Suppose for a moment we were always bound to text to convey information and meaning. As you look at a site like this, you could do a lot with text, but you cannot capture certain things well. And so multimedia opens up a whole new environment for us. Right now, there is something about this that you can capture that words cannot grasp. There's something, though, that's still missing and that multimedia still misses, and that is the smell of the air right now. The blending of your senses as you experience this beautiful, serene morning and on Green Lake, Wisconsin. So let me touch with you quickly on some of the things that matters to me in this course. It's a graduate course. In other words, it's not just going to be applied, learn to do this, to do that, and so forth. I want to see some independence in your scholarship, in researching, in getting to understand things instead of being spoon-fed and say, well, you didn't give that to us. I didn't find that in your materials. That is undergrad thinking. Grad thinking is, I will give you clear guidance and direction, but your finding is an independent activity. I will provide some materials, but it is expected of you to do some independent research and finding some results. So we will look obviously at text. Text is not omitted as we think of multimedia. Then we will consider audio. Audio is a rich environment. We'll do some hands-on as well. It's simple, it's easy. Important to know some of the technical backgrounds, and then to consider when is audio an optimal environment to use. Then we will move on to the graphic environment, and the graphic environment splits in several directions. First is bitmaps, in other words, a square of dots making a picture, like JPEGs. We will then also move on beyond bitmaps to vector graphics, a very powerful environment in which it's an algorithm that describes every object that you've got. Very powerful and efficient way. That is obviously the basis for 3D animation, and so we will go beyond the static image in graphics and explore the fields of animation and how powerful that is. And so immediately once you touch animation, you get graphics that combines with audio. It's rare that you just have a silent graphical environment. And so that's where text, graphics, and audio comes together. So an interesting environment, and then obviously there's a sidetrack that's really essential to consider as well, and that is the technological shift that's happening as we see the ubiquitous nature of internet access, as we see different computing platforms, the mobility of things, and how that has impacted of our access, how it's impacted the whole ebook. So obviously ebook is an essential part of this. Where can you push that frontier? And so I think you get the sense. It's a big environment. It will be broad, but we will do enough depth for you to really understand the environment well, but also to be functional in this environment as a grad student. Hope you enjoy the course.